Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to show you how to make this DIY jewelry holder. It uses a board and a couple other simple materials, so let's go ahead and get started in the tutorial. For this project you're going to need a board. Mine is 3 inches by 12 inches. You're going to also need a wood dowel, and I made sure that this one extended beyond the 12-inch board a couple inches. So it ended up being around 14 inches long. You're also going to need some hooks, a Sharpie paint marker, some paint, a couple different colors of paint, paint brushes, and some painter's tape. So here I'm using a 3-inch board that's about 12 inches long, and I just went ahead and painted it with a light colored pink. I actually went over it twice and did 2 coats of paint on it. And then after that dries, you're going to use some painter's tape and kind of make some geometric designs on there. It doesn't really have to be perfect, and it doesn't necessarily have to be symmetrical either. You can kind of see that mine is a very unique design. But just go ahead and put the tape on, and then after the tape is on, you're going to paint over that with the green paint. As soon as you're finished painting, remove the painter's tape and wait for the paint to dry before you move on to the next step. Now that the paint is dry, it's time to add your designs. So I just grabbed a Sharpie paint marker. This is different than a regular Sharpie. This is actually a water-based paint marker, so it's different. Make sure you look for that. And I'll link to it in the bottom. So you're just going to grab your marker and just start creating designs. So what I did to look for some ideas is I just went online and just looked for, I think I typed in Aztec designs or something like tribal designs. Just look at a bunch of different designs online and then just kind of make it up as you go. Or you could even draw it out on paper ahead of time to get a feel for the design. Or you might want to try grabbing a pencil and actually drawing on the board so that you have like a pattern, and then you can just use the marker to trace right over the top of the pencil marks. I just sort of went ahead and freehanded it and made up the design as I went along. And since I already made one, you can go ahead and just use any of the elements or the designs that I've used in yours and just gonna copy what I did. That's totally fine too. You can see here I just kept adding more designs and more lines and shapes until the entire board was filled up to my liking. After you're done drawing your design, it's time to add in the hooks. I added 1 hook at the top on each side, that way I could string my dowel across. And then I also added 3 hooks along the bottom. And this is good for earrings and necklaces or whatever you want to hang on there. You can also add more hooks if you want to. I just went ahead and added 3. And then depending on what type of walls you have, use whatever hanging hardware you need to get it hung up on your walls. And that's it!